Welcome, folks, to the Fight Club. Thanks for joining us once again for another episode of We Got Leagues Fight Club. It's your boy Duce here, joined once again by the brothers in arms. We have Jonathan Tillman there, and we got CB, Corey Blaze. Corey Bliss right there. Young OG, a.k.a. the long-winded answer.
Hey, what up, y'all, man? We back.
Yeah, most definitely. Welcome to the Fight Club, aka your digital dojo.
Bro.
but
It's too early.
It's way too early.
it is way too early. We can sit here and do AKAs all day. For some reason, the Fight Club has been obsessed with your boy Lil Dicky. So shout out to the homie.
Oh, hell
Shout out to the homie. Yeah, the Jewish homie. But no, seriously, guys, it's been hype. I'm kind of tired because I haven't really slept since Thursday. Like, so with all the new Street Fighter happenings, I've pretty much I haven't really got much sleep. I've basically been up all night, all day, in between work and stuff like that. I've just been gaming. My thumbs hurt, and my eyes are bleeding. And I'm happy about it. And that's the only thing that can happen with video games for you to be happy to be so exhausted. Um,
right.
but before we get into all the Street Fighter happenings, how hype was CEO? Like, how crazy was it?
Yeah, it's always a great tournament, man. Like, it's just on the strength of the ring alone. Like, they just know that that's the spectacle. Like, that's Evo might be WrestleMania, but CEO is like SummerSlam or like the Royal Rumble,
It's a
Like
Royal
that
Rumble
shit.
for sure. It's definitely the Royal Rumble.
Like
Yeah, that's what it
is
is.
off the up. It's so
It
crazy.
has the best production as far as mood out of all the tournaments. Like, you look forward to the entrances. They got the wrestling ring and give you that vibe. That and the Red Bull Kumite. Those are my two favorite to watch because they just look really good on stage. So, man, CEO is like that's slowly becoming my favorite tournament to watch outside Evo.
Most definitely. I wish more of the players got into the entrances a little bit more. Because some of them just kind of they focus and they come out to play, which is good. I mean, they that's what they're coming to do is play. But it'd be dope if more of them kind of got into their entrances a little bit more. That'd be great. That'd make it even better.
Yeah, well, there were a lot of Japanese players, so they all kind of mean business. Like the American players, like last year, K. Brad from Marvel, he understood the situation, and
Mm-hmm.
you get Dai Minion in Street Fighter 4. He also understood the situation.
Mhm.
Like this is an opportunity to go all out, to be fully theatric. Japanese players, they just there to body you. And like the smoke was there, they just walked through the smoke. Tokido walked through the smoke, carrying his fight stick. Fuck it, I'm here to body you. Instead of
All I
like,
need,
yeah, just
I
moving
need Daigo next year or Tokido to come out to the Undertaker music. That's all I need.
Tokido, he's cool with the theatrics. He'll come out,
Nah,
have
he
the
cool.
belt raised.
I need Tokido to come out like the Undertaker next year. That's what needs to happen.
That would be sick.
He need to come out like the Undertaker. Or even better, he should come out like Kane and just pop up in the ring.
The Dai Minion joint on Bonchan last year was so sick, yo. Cause he rattled Bonchan totally like with that. Like they were like, where is he? And he was right next to him, yo. Like that shit was so sick. He rattled him, man. That's
And the
a
best
mental
part
damage.
was Bonchan was so upset he was startled. He bopped the hell out of Dominion. Yo, that was free.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, oh, okay.
He's
He's
like,
like, oh, okay. That's cool. But catch these hands.
yeah. The hardest entrance ever and got bopped. Same for K Brad. He did his
Yup, he did his intro. He got 3-0.
free money.
So I guess the story here is work more on your skills than your fighting game intro, apparently.
Well, if you're not confident you're going to win, then make sure you work on your entrance.
Right.
If you know
Get
you're going to
famous for something.
make your entrance godlike.
Right.
I was
But
like,
That's a good entrance too.
Sonic Fox was pretty cool. He came out,
Yeah.
did his Aaron Black thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
Had a little smoke going. I was like, okay, all right. You know, he's still the most disrespectful player right now.
Yeah. By far.
Yeah,
he feeling himself.
By far.
He really can't get beat unless he flat out messes up or just doesn't play at his level. I mean, him playing at his top level, there's not many people that can actually flat out beat him right now. It's maybe only two. And it may only be
Right.
two people that can, at this point, can actually just flat out just beat Sonic Fox.
who's the
And
two?
it's still, huh?
Who himself?
Yeah, basically. You
Himself and
know,
Foxy Grandpa?
it
Them,
might be three. I say Foxy Grandpa, CR Dragon because he plays with him all the time because that's his teammate. I say him. I bet you he beats him quite often when they laughing.
yeah,
Right.
I think Fox probably let him win, so that way come tournament,
get his confidence up.
yeah.
And then I really do think that Scar can beat him. It's just that's a long set. It's a long set. I mean, he reset the bracket on him, so he technically did win the set against him, but that's a double set, bro. Like,
Right.
He reset the bracket at last year's CEO. What happened come ESL? In the words of DJ T, you ain't Skybray.
I like to big up. I like to big up some of the other guys, man, because I mean, yeah, Sonic Fox is winning everything, and I like to compare him to the '96 Bulls and Jordan, and it's just. It's like it's only but so much you can do. Those '90s Bulls, it was so many good basketball teams at that time. I mean, really good championship style teams. And sorry, Jordan there,
Yeah.
it's
This is
only but
just
so
beside
much you
that.
can do. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
just
so all
that
the
good.
players. Yeah, all those Hall of Fame players who don't have championships because Michael Jordan exists.
Yep.
That is what Sonic Fox is. That is what Sonic Fox is.
For the most,
Like y'all good, like they're fantastic, but you're not Michael Jordan, and
bro,
you just
that's
kind of got all that shit.
perfect legend was the Rockets when they won them two back to back.
Yeah,
Sonic
yeah.
Fox popped up, and now nobody could win anything.
Yep.
So I can win anything.
It's legit sad, man. It's legit sad. It's legit. But
And I can't tell whether I don't know if it's good or bad for the game itself for Mortal Kombat X. I mean it's dope because he almost makes it look easy, but then you pick up the sticks and like no, that's not easy.
Right.
dude, like I sat there and I remember after I think Sonic won Eva, I was like, man, why is this guy so good? Like, let me pick up Aaron Black and see. Man, my fingers were so goddamn numb trying to learn half of the shit he be doing. I was like, yeah, this dude got like, yeah. And then the fact I'm seeing him do it now with like multiple characters, he just picks
Yeah,
up whoever he wants to make you free. I'm like, nah, this is ridiculous.
he pick up any character, spend about 2-3 weeks with him, and he might be the best player with that character.
I told y'all the best character is whoever he's using in the world.
Like it's
Yep.
ridiculous. It's just flat out ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. And he just picks up anybody. I
He's
mean,
18. He's 18.
Katana was one of the worst characters in the game according to everybody, and
Yeah.
Right.
he won 4 tournaments with her. And then
Yeah.
everybody thought she was godlike because he won 4 tournaments with her. He created tech. Like it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like we all knew Katana Prime was the best Katana player, and then come ESL, he pulls out Katana and just runs through the tournament. Just runs through,
Right.
like makes it effortless.
He turned Katana Prime into a commentator.
Dog,
Yeah.
dog, he stole somebody trap, dog. He went full Omar Little on somebody, ran up on him, said, "Nah, this is my character now," and now he's somewhere just chilling.
And he the one
Yeah.
who taught him the basics. And he took it
Yo,
from there.
Yo, that's the crazy part. Fox was like, yo, can you teach me how to play katana? He taught him the basics. Fox took him to the next level, and then Katana Prime, like, I mean, it's like watching Mark Jackson commentate the Warriors games. Like, that was your squad.
Right.
That's your squad right there.
Right. This
Hey,
nigga's
man,
a
you are.
championship squad. You turned to be a champion, a record-breaking champion out of somebody, all because you knew something that he didn't, and now his talent just took over.
That's ridiculous. That's.
He's
I was
18. He's 18 years old.
Man, he's gonna be ruling this shit for a long time.
Bro, we got about another 20 years of Fox bopping heads.
He can play whatever game he wants.
And mind you, he's winning. He's winning all these tournaments. This kid's won over $1 million already.
He's 18, by the way. He's 18. He skipped his first match in the last ESL tournament because he had to go graduate.
Yo, he graduated, came home and won 75 racks.
Came home and won 75 from losers. It's like, whatever.
Dog, this man came home and won 75 racks, bro. That is ridiculous.
My man was like, yeah, I'm going to forfeit this first match in this tournament. I got to go get my cap and gown, get my diploma from high school. I got to go get my diploma, and I'll be back a little bit later. Instead of going out partying with his graduating class, he went home and won $75,000.
$75,000. Damn.
Like,
that's very successful individuals full salary.
Salute the young black excellence, bro. Cause I'm proud of the young black man doing something positive with his life, and out here beating up on the white people and beating up on the foreigners. I'm cool with that. I'm cool. I get joy watching Sonic Fox bot people. I straight up do.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like people kind of give Mortal Kombat this stigma or whatever, but it's good that it's an American game. I mean, you know, it's good. I mean, it's Happy Independence Day. You know, America, go light up some fireworks, get drunk today, go burn up something on the grill. You know, Happy Independence Day. You know, it's 4th of July, and Mortal Kombat is the American game. I mean, we have a lot of folks coming over here from Japan and coming to our land and taking all our money on these video games and getting us off the sticks.
Yeah, we need
shout out to NetherRealm for making a game that we all can be proud of.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's still holding on. Killer Instinct, on the other hand, is not so much.
Dog.
They just sent out a survey yesterday asking for help because they don't know what to do.
Like,
I mean, come on, bro. Did y'all get that survey?
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't get a survey. I ain't get one. Like, somebody sent me that junk.
They sent out a survey talking about what y'all want us to do. I don't know what to do with the game. We want you to keep playing.
There's nothing they can do, man. Like, it's just other games are more interesting. Like, Killer Instinct, again, we talk about it every week, every time we talk about Killer Instinct. It's a fantastic video game. It is a fantastic video game. But people just don't care.
It ain't around.
They just don't care. It's like, okay, it's tough to say because Killer Instinct was the joke fighting game when it first came out 20 years ago. Like, it was a play on all the other fighting games. That's why there's big damage and combo breaker and all this other stuff. Now they came back in the scene 3 years ago and they're trying to be serious, but everybody who is like really good at games now remembers old Killer Instinct. So it's like, well, that was a cool game, you know, it was fun.
And with them being exclusive to the Xbox and PC.
Nope.
Big time. Yeah, being exclusive for big time. But what you could also say, well, Street Fighter is also exclusive.
But it's Street Fighter. So.
They're doing pretty well. So, yeah. Like, that's the thing. I think Killer Instinct tried to feel like they were on that tier, and they're not.
I mean, I think they know, and that's why they kind of went with the whole kind of free-to-play model. They knew that they weren't
Yeah.
Street Fighter tier, so they went with the free to play model. But they're still not Street Fighter, and everybody predicted it, and everybody was saying the same thing. When Street Fighter come around, Killer Instinct's probably going to die. And
Yeah.
as far as competitive scene, and that's kind of what's
Yeah.
happening right now. It's still a
Yeah.
fantastic game. I recommend it to anybody, especially new players, because it's not as complicated as some of these Japanese games, and they explain it in very, very good layman's terms. Basic fighting game. I actually think it's a better game to pick up for a beginner than I would say Blaze Blue
Same.
or Guilty Gear, and I think their training modes are godlike. I mean, they're just great. But they're great
Yeah.
for the next level. I think for a beginner, never played fighting games before, I say you should start at Killer Instinct and go through their training modes, play that for a couple months, and then move up to something like a Blaze Blue or a Guilty Gear. And then at that point, you should understand it well enough where you can actually graduate to figuring stuff out, no matter what fighting game you like.
Right.
I think in
Right.
that, at least in my opinion, anyway. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with Killer Instinct. I like them. I wish they would. I wish it would be a little bit more interesting to me. I can't explain it because I love all their characters. I love the balancing of their characters. I like the little bit of a story that they have. I enjoy the gameplay and the guessing game, but I think it might be the guessing game that you like and you don't like at the same time. I
Hmm.
don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it, but if I have to choose which game I'm gonna spend some time in, it's definitely not gonna be Killer Instinct. It's probably at the bottom of my fighting game
Right.
list.
Same. Yeah. And I like Killer. I like playing it. I really did like playing it. But
Yeah, I love it. Every time I pick it up, I'm like, why don't I play this anymore? And yeah, I spend time on everything else.
I might
right.
try maybe again once. Like I was hyped for Kim Woo, but then I remembered it was Killer Instinct I was playing. I mean, that's really about it. I just don't. I don't feel like the game helps me with anything. I'm like, it's cool, but I don't. I don't. It's feel like it's something missing for me to truly enjoy the game. Sort of like a Guilty Gear. Like Guilty Gear is a really great game, but it feel like something's missing. But then again, I enjoy Blaze Blue, and it's kind of the same game, but they're
Right.
different. So it's always you just got to find that one thing that attracts you. And most of the, as we stated before, we looked at the KI players. Y'all, please don't kill us for this, but like that community is like you look at who plays the game, you be like,
It's very awkward.
yeah,
It's kind of awkward.
the KI
Very awkward.
community is very I'm trying to think what's the
Awkward.
very
Awkward.
persona. There's some intriguing
Very
personas.
yeah, very
We lost we
studious.
lost we
Very
lost two
studious.
viewers.
Very
I
studious
think two
bunch.
of our viewers were KI players. You picked them. We lost two viewers. They immediately got off as soon as you said that.
Hey
Very
man,
studious bunch. Very studious bunch.
I'm
That's
I'm
sorry,
look,
it's
KI.
gonna go
you know,
studious.
No,
go
we do love KI though. But yeah, some of the players
No,
are out
like
there.
in all
They're an
seriousness,
eclectic
yeah.
bunch. Ooh, it's
Yeah,
three
they're
of
an
us.
eclectic bunch. That's a good way
Paper,
to put
scissors,
it.
go. Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
nah, rock, paper, scissors gets real, and they will shoot you over some rock, paper, scissors. Uh,
yep.
rock, paper, scissors got $1 million tournament, by the way.
It really does. It sure does. It sure does. It sure
So
does. There's
that's
real
really the
strategy
real
to it.
thing. They have a world tournament for rock, paper, scissors. It's the greatest mind game of all time. But with referees and everything. But
Yep.
back to these here video games. So, killers think they're going to figure their way out. I mean, they're asking the fans, and that's always a good start to see what do y'all want to do. And I think they're really trying to figure out how to keep their usual fan base entertained while we're trying to bring some folks in. And I mean, with them being on PC, it should help. But I think with everybody, as far as the fighting game community, kind of leaning on PlayStation because it has more fighting games. Simple as that. Not necessarily. I don't think it's necessarily the decision of whether which console is better or console wars at all.
I think that is part of it. I think
Yeah,
Think it's console wars.
no.
I
I
don't
think
think
it's
it's.
because the PlayStation can run certain games a little bit stronger than the Xbox could. I think that also has part of it as well.
Well,
Me
I
yeah.
don't.
personally,
Most of the games are on there. Like I mean, Street Fighter. It's the beast in the room. So with that being exclusive over there, you obviously, if you're gonna play Street Fighter, you're gonna have it. And and now all the major tournaments are using PlayStation. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna practice on one competitively, you might as well get a PlayStation. I mean, it just makes more sense that way. I mean, you're kind of forced to be on there at this stage. Because I mean, I got both, so I don't really care. But if I had to choose, eh, it'd be I like the Xbox. I enjoy it. I'm nothing wrong with it. But all the fighting games are on PlayStation, so I mean that's
yeah,
where I'm gonna play my fighting game.
that's yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, the PC players are starting to PC players for fighting game is starting to get a little bit big. I noticed. Like Wednesday night fights, they play on PC.
Yep.
I think next level in New York, when they go to their new venue, they said something about switching over to PC because it allows people to use more fight sticks. Especially now that for Evo, for all of you going, if you didn't know, if you have a PS3 stick and you want to use that at Evo, it is banned for Street Fighter 5. You can only use PS4 model fight sticks, no legacy controllers, which I think is it hurts some people because everybody can't run out to go afford to drop 100 plus,
$200. Yeah,
yeah, 100 plus
$200.
in a new stick. But also, man, the time it takes for these button starts and everything. I mean, like a legacy controller, you actually got to go turn it on, and it can affect the game. It can revert it back to old software. So, for time purposes, 5,000 entries, it is a smart move on them to do that. And I'm pretty sure all the people there, you might find a stick. Capcom can drop off a couple sticks. I'm like, hey, dog.
That's what I'm
Hey.
saying. They probably got a couple at the set.
Hmm.
At the set. Especially if you on main, especially if you on stream. They definitely got a couple there. If
Hmm.
you knew.
It was funny. I heard Daigo was running around CEO asking people to borrow their fight stick. Yeah,
Like, yeah, what do you do with that? Like the legend is asking you, and you like 0-1. You ain't never been in no tournament, but you got a fight stick. And
yeah.
Daigo is like, hey man, let me borrow this jump.
You
What do
know,
you say? Like,
you're gonna hold some of his skills rub off like matches, Mike Secret stuff.
right, like just sign it, please.
You're right, just sign it.
Man,
Oh, man, that's pretty cool. I was like, man, all these games is getting so good, dude.
They
Yeah,
are.
so
Yeah, I
good.
mean they're evolving and people are getting better. More and more just skills, and these people in the lab are just coming up with random stuff. The age of the internet is great because we get to see all this stuff live. Whereas what just 6 years ago you wouldn't have been able to see this stuff until tournament time. Now they're on Twitch every day. They're posting stuff on YouTube multiple times a day.
Dude, we're gonna be on ESPN. The fighting game community is gonna be on ESPN 2 for Evo. Yo, that is one of the most hype things I've been excited for in a long time. I was like,
It's
dude,
gonna be crazy.
man, and I'm just like, imagine how many people TV just sits on ESPN randomly, you know?
that show's gonna be on
Then-
ESPN, man. ESPN
Not
two, like that's
two,
so sick, yo.
not
Like that's
three,
so sick.
not
It's
three
not. It's not watch
stations.
ESPN. It's not the online. No,
Not
that joint is on
ESPN
cable
say
Your
television.
own channel,
Yo,
dog. Because nobody
man,
watches
that's
ESPN.
crazy.
Everybody watch ESPN 2. So we're gonna be on the main channel,
Yes,
dog. Like that's gonna be
that's
ridiculous.
crazy, man.
Which means something hype gonna happen. Which means we're gonna make it on the top 10 Sports Center plays. It's gonna
Yep.
be something ridiculous. I'm like, man, that's gonna be so lit. And then this year, me, Duce, and everybody else is going. We're gonna actually be there live to watch it happen. So what I'm saying, we was able to see the production from ESPN from that side, be there live when it's happening. Man, that's gonna be like the most dope thing I've done in like a long time, yo. I was like, man, that's huge. That is huge. I think they're only filming top 8. It is going to be top 8 that they're filming. It starts at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday's Evo.
Yeah.
But that's going to be an credible, and I want to see how good the production is going to be done, or if it's going to be similar to what they did for ESL, because that
Right.
production was done pretty well, but that's also a smaller venue that they were doing it for. You can actually see everybody in the crowd
Right.
watching versus,
I mean, bruh, it's gonna be at Mandalay Bay.
dude,
I mean, most of the largest boxing matches go down in Mandalay Bay. I mean, championship matches. I mean, this is crazy. They're gonna have folks sitting there playing video games for money.
yeah,
Out in Vegas, I in Mandalay Bay, not in some hotel meeting room somewhere all cramped in there, but
mm-hmm.
at one of the bigger venues in the country,
No,
playing video games for money in an arena. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy how much it's grown. It's amazing where we've come. And so I'm glad to see where we're going to go as far as with this esports thing.
mm,
Um, I mean, I'd like to kind of throw it out there a little bit early, but we got leagues have officially been able to grab some sponsorship. I want to say contracts, and we're going to be able to start sponsoring esports players across the board, not so much just um, fighting games, but obviously fighting games. And we have some of the best Madden players in the world. We're going to send some of those guys to the Madden Cup. 2K players, they're playing. We got people playing 2K leagues and stuff like that. Also, some shooting games like Halo, uh, Overwatch, Call of Duty, Battlefield, and some of these other esports titles. Maybe even some MOBAs like uh, Smite and Paragon and stuff like that. We got leagues are going pretty strong into this esports thing going forward. So stay tuned for news about that at wegotleagues.com. But back to the topic at hand. Evo is going to be ridiculous because CEO is ridiculous because Tokido is ridiculous, and I don't know what to expect from Street Fighter right now because Tokido is going to parry everything, and it's going to be ridiculous. It's just going to be insane.
hey, dude, so we lost a child.
I was wondering where he went.
Invite him back.
I just looked and I'm like, did he just disappear or did he fall away? I'm like, maybe he'll jump back in.
ATL fans, we apologize. He's having some technical difficulties. He had to reset his auntie.
That was so rude.
Hey man, I gotta get y'all back. Y'all been killing me the last 4 shows.
I mean, it is your show. I mean, I'm just
Hey, come
saying.
on, man. We're not gonna do that.
We just here to facilitate Corey's fans. So
No.
shout out to Corey's fans out there. We love y'all. Appreciate your support.
Yeah. Hey man, but hey, what you said, man. Shout out, we got leads, man. Guys show me nothing but love since I joined the community. Proud of Buddy, proud of Danny, proud of all the big wigs over there making moves. And it was weird. I met Buddy for the first time a couple weeks ago during Margarita March, and he was telling me all these things, and bam, they're here. Everything he says, he does. I'm like, I gotta respect the man of his word, Joe. I was like, hey, you give us the blueprint. I'll do what I can to execute on my part. Dude's gonna do his part. Till gonna do his part. And I was like, he gave us so many big words of encouragement and bigged up us a lot for what we're doing. And I was like, he's got a lot of positive response from it. And it's like I said, you don't see a lot of African American people. Like, we're in the fighting game community, but you don't see us doing this part. I'm like, we see Tasty Steve commentating and do stuff from time to time, see Katana Prime, but as far as actually like dedicate to us, but we also can talk to whoever that's not available, and we may be helping that person out there, giving them a familiar face to see, someone of their color or someone that might represent what they look like or whatever, doing something that they inspire to do, but just may have been nervous to because they may not feel like the realm is for them, or you have to be the typical type of guy to fit in that crowd, which isn't the
Stop
case.
talking about Mike Ross like that. Stop it.
Hey, now, hey, Mike Ross is one of the best to ever do it, man.
He really
Playing,
is.
commentating, entertaining. He is definitely one of the best to do it, and he blends in all worlds pretty damn well. Till, where you at, bro?
I know. I sent the invite.
Man, you got to send the auntie message.
Oh, I forgot.
You got to send him a sweet potato piegram.
But
Oh man,
while we wait for Till to come back, that Perry, we before we move on to really going deep into Street Fighter and stuff like that, we have to discuss the Perry.
man,
I
look,
mean,
that's one of the most godliest things I've ever seen in life. For
like
those,
we have to discuss the Perry. If
for,
we don't discuss the Perry, then we are doing an injustice to the show and to America.
bruh. All right, so check it. For those of you who did not watch CEO and have been keeping track with us, we've been saying Infiltration has been the best Street Fighter V player in the world. Takedo has been the second best Street Fighter V player in the world. Takedo has had one more invite, Duce. Takedo has struggled beating Infiltration. He's been the bridesmaid every single time. He finally got his revenge as CEO. I'm gonna talk about his win, but what he did and some of the things that he did were so godlike because we haven't seen it done yet. And I'm like, he brought out some new tech. He brought out some new tech. And for those of you who don't know, Infiltration plays Nash. That's his main character. He has a move called he has a moonsault attack. If you do the EX version, he does 2 front flips, but there's a gap in between each flip, and he attacks you with it. He did it from full screen. Takedo was able to react, parry each and every attack, and to time it, he actually was able to block parry, crouching, low jab, to time it perfectly so he doesn't mess up, go right back into the parry again, and punish. That was the most godlike thing I've ever seen on reaction in this game yet. That was almost as good as the parry he did like the round before
When he
where
parried the critical art.
Dude, he parried the critical art
from point blank range.
He knew he was going to wake up critical art and parried it perfectly and punished it.
From point blank range. He was just outside of sweeping range.
Yo, and then before that, when he played Daigo tried to do, what was it, Meaty Tatsu on Wake Up, and he parried the Tatsu midway behind him. Dude, I was like, yo, this man is ridiculous. Like, either he been practicing it or he been saving this. And I was like, whatever it is, I need more of it. That was amazing.
I mean,
Definitely amazing.
You have to be somewhat speechless about that. I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, everybody was just crazy. Everybody, I mean, I threw my phone, I yelled, I threw stuff. Everybody, I mean, the entire arena went crazy. I almost wish something like that happened at Evo. Like,
it's going to happen at Evo, man.
Like, oh my God. But man, we haven't seen anything like that. The thing that makes it so great is because since the beginning of the game, they announced that Ryu was going to have a parry as one of his skills, and a lot of Street Fighter fans have been looking for the parry to come back since Third Strike. All characters used to have it, and now they brought it back for Ryu. But then during the beta phase and since the game launched, everybody said that the parry wasn't as good because it was a little bit slower and it was harder to kind of execute, and it didn't give you as many plus frames like it did in Third Strike. So a lot of people said, it's a good skill just to get you some gauge, but it's nothing that you can really use up close. You might as well just block.
And I told y'all, that parry and V trigger and V skill was going to be needed to take your character to the very next level. And that parry is what was actually stopping Takedo from beating infiltration because it allowed
Right.
him time to. It was another defensive tool to help deal with infiltration's pressure. If you know the overhead coming, that's fine. Don't try to counter jab. Just wait to parry it. Bam. They'll give you a little more plus frames because the overhead is negative on block. So if you parry it, it's even more negative, and you get a free punish after it. Think of how many rounds Taquito lost to infiltration over the last few months just from getting overhead. The small stuff like that, that if I could have did this, this
Mhm.
would work. Like, ain't this man parried critical art from point blank range? I don't. Hey, look, that alone could have been a momentum shift. Because who
And
doesn't
then
get
not only parried it, but punished it with the parry. Like
dude?
that. So he
Like,
was prepared for it.
yo, hey, props to Keto, man. He is definitely one of the fighting game gods. Uh,
Yep. If you didn't know
it's
who
not
he
even
was
close.
before, you know now. Murderface Taquito.
Yeah, Murderface Taquito, one of the 5, 7, 10, however many guys you want to call him, and that man is ridiculous. Like, even then, like, and it's dope seeing all the Ryu play because I felt like Ryu didn't get enough love in 4 after Vanilla Edition when he got nerfed allegedly.
Yeah.
But I
And
still
then they
think he was
gave
a
you
good
and then they
fighter.
gave you Evil Ryu.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's good seeing all the Ryu play now, and you can take all the top Ryu players, and they all play them differently. Takedo plays differently than Daigo. Uh, Daigo plays differently. I think
Mhm.
Bonchan was using. No, actually, Bonchan has switched over to Nash now, but even he was using Ryu for a bit. Even Snake,
Bonchan plays with you. Bonchan plays with you.
he moved to Nash. Bonchan said he's playing Nash for Evo, which is dope. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised to break out the Ryu, but yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I think Ryu has the most. Oh, we lost Till again, but I think Ryu has the most varied play style or playable style of
Mhm.
every character in the game, which is what makes him somewhat difficult because you basically got to give up a round to figure out who you're playing, if that makes any sense. And it's kind of crazy because how do you really prepare? You have to really do your homework on that player when you're playing a Ryu rather than doing homework on the character per se. Because you can kind of switch up and play Ryu 3, maybe even 4 different styles and different paces, and that's kind of crazy in comparison to other characters that's available. So nah, Ryu's pretty good. I say he's definitely up there as far as the top 3, 4 characters in a game based off of that alone, based on skill level of the user, obviously.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Combo Fiend said that Rashid was the best player in the game, and that he says as far as tools are concerned, that's what Combo Fiend said. He's the community manager. He kind of knows what he's talking about, I guess. But we'll see how that goes.
um,
Um,
Speaking of best player, well, I wait for Ted again. I want to know his thoughts on Balrog and Ibuki.
yeah, yeah, that was the next thing.
Yeah, we've been running a lot recently. You definitely put in more time with Ibuki in him than I have, but I I I did Balrog trials. He hurts. He hurts. He hits you. How it's on fast, man. But I really like this iteration of Ibuki. I really do.
So,
Despite her flaws, I like her. She fits my play style. She does. She's even though she's execution heavy, but that's only when you get to the later part of the game. The start,
yeah,
you chilling. Once you get meter, the rest of the damage is pretty easy to get for the most part. You just got to hit them once.
yeah.
Once
She
V-Trigger.
does a lot of damage. Surprisingly so. Like they said, she does a lot of damage, but you can easily take off half of somebody's health in one combo, and it's really not as complicated as it looks once you kind of get the buttons down. It's actually quite nasty what she can do, and you can put them in reset situations and stuff. But it is tricky. It is a learning curve with her. You're not going to pick her up and start doing all that stuff on day one unless you're already just that type of player. If you're a casual player, it's definitely not something that you're going to pick up and pick it up in a day or two. It's
Yeah.
going to take some time to get used to it. and get used to different scenarios. I mean, that's like I said at the beginning of the show. I haven't slept trying to figure out what's going on with her, especially since they announced that Balrog and Ibuki were both Evo eligible, which they said was not going to be the case ahead of time, and then they changed it up. That was one of the big announcements.
Right.
They're going to be Evo eligible, so now I got to sit there, and I've been waiting for Ibuki. She's been the character that I've been ready to play since the game was announced, and I don't know. I got to make a decision now. I got Rashid, and I'm pretty good with Rashid, and that's who I'll probably end up sticking with for Evo. But after that, I might start really putting in my time with Ibuki and going that way because I really like what she brings to the table. Balrog, I never necessarily been a fan, but he's really good. I mean, he's really good, and most of his stuff, though it is somewhat punishable, it depends on the player that you have to go against and their ranges of their moves, because a lot of his stuff is fairly safe because of the pushback of his punches. It kind of pushes you out of range of some of your heavy hitting moves, and it only may be an extra frame or two different. So if you're not ready, it's gonna get blocked, and it's not really much you can do on him for the time being until folks really figure out some tech. And you don't want to sit there and just waste all your V reversals because he's punching you in the face. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. You got to basically tell him to get away. You got to run away from a Balrog and make him make mistakes at this stage. But it's still day three with the characters. So it'll evolve. People will figure it out, and it'll balance itself out. They said that when they announced Balrog, they said when you first get Balrog, it's going to feel like he's OP, but don't worry, people will figure it out. That's exactly what they said, and sure enough, he came out, and he does feel somewhat OP.
No, I was looking at him, and I was just like, okay, it's like I feel like with this game, it's easy to point out a character's flaws early.
Yeah.
Even if you don't, because the game is pretty. This is the most simple Street Fighter game we've played in a while, but I also personally think it's probably one of the highest meta games because when the options are limited, you know what I'm saying, you know what you got to do, but that just gives you a bigger chance at being wrong.
Yeah, you got to figure out a way from point A to point B.
Yeah, they give
from what I saw, from what I saw with Balrog, Cammy gives him fits because all you got to do is if you see turn punch coming, is the V skill, and the V skill goes to anything. You end up on the other side. That is like that. I saw like when we had our long lobby yesterday, and Hen was playing Cammy against Jamel in a battle. We're both playing Balrog or whatever, and he was killing them with that. Like you can't really do much about it. Like once you start the animation, if Cammy reacts fast enough, that's all day. So you can't just get in from distance with turn punch on some characters. And when I was playing against Balrog with you, the dash, a lot of the dash punches were punishable with medium punch. And that's for Ryu, that's a big damage. That's the start of a lot of his damage. So you can punish, like it's different than punishing with jabs, because I mean jab, you get 2 jabs and a special move, but medium punch into stuff, especially if you got V trigger, like it's going to hurt. So yeah, like you said, Balrog looks OP. It looks kind of ridiculous, and of course everybody's afraid of rush down characters, especially big burly boxers. It's like it's like Geef. Like you don't want to get too close to Geef. You don't want to get too close to Mika. So you're gonna have that natural intimidation, but you can't play those characters like scared. Like you can lay them out, but you don't have to be scared like when they're in. So yeah, like it's gonna be interesting. I'm ready for Urian. My body's ready for Urian. If there's one charge character I want to play, it is that. He looks amazing. Like he looks amazing. And I feel like if I want to learn charge characters, he's the character to start with. Man, because he's got some crazy stuff.
Yo, that the hackers that's cracked open the PC version and putting up some early Urian tech, because anything's subject to change. Yo, it looks sick. It looks. I'm like, dude, like double AG's reflectoring, Dawsim Super, dash up pant. I'm like, dude, what is some of these things? Some of these things, like,
Mhm.
I'm a little confused. It's, and I'm like, I'm actually proud that Capcom is they're learning as the game is going on, and they are making adjustments because like these DLC characters, like the first one we got was what, Alex. We was like,
Mhm.
okay. We was like, all right, Alex looked pretty okay. Then we get Gal, and we was like, oh, Gal's pretty good.
Yep.
Gal's pretty good.
Mhm.
And then we see Buki, and we like, oh shit, she's dope as. And then we see Balrog, we like, oh, okay. And then we see Uri and the jury, we're
Right.
like, oh shit, yo, what are they
Yeah,
doing? What are they
Jury
doing,
looks amazing.
dude? I'm
Yeah,
like,
they
yo,
did a
Jury
really
looks
good job with
amazing.
the character design for Urian and Jury, I think.
dude.
I really like
Mhm.
what they did as far as character design. I like Urian coming out with his business suit, his dry fit Nike edition
Mhm.
business suit that's showing all of his rippling of every single muscle through his shirt and his jacket and his pants.
And they gave
Yes.
him a classic loincloth, which I know a lot of people were hoping was going to happen. He actually has that as one of his alts, so that's good that
That's what I'm
they
confused about. I wonder if it's actually one of his alternate costumes or if it's going to be something where he busts out into.
well, so apparently his
It's underneath his clothing.
yeah, it's all layered on.
So I
So
think he's going to bust out during V Trigger,
hmm
Yeah.
yeah, he's
which is
gonna
going to be godlike, which is going to be
dog.
ridiculous if they do
That
that.
was ridiculous. You get that whole animation, plus you get the punish right after.
Right.
That's gonna make for some of the sickest looking combos in the world. And
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
like, oh man,
If
I
he
love
busts out of that suit mid match into the loincloth, that's going to be greatness. And I think it's possible only because I was looking at an interview the other day and they said one of their character ideas that didn't make it into the game, like for a new character, was some weird, clumsy girl that while throughout the match,
Mhm.
like throughout a regular match, her clothes fell off.
Mhm.
And they decided against that,
Mhm.
obviously, and it was probably a good idea. But that lets you know they were thinking about people losing fabric, losing clothes throughout the match. So I can
Right.
see Urian busting into V Trigger kind of like Nikali does, where it changes his appearance throughout the rest of the match. Nikali just gets his hair kind of floating up in the air, Super Saiyan mode. Urian can bust out of that suit and then just be loincloth mode for the rest of that round, which I think wouldn't be too ridiculous to pull off in that situation. But
Now, yeah,
Jury looks great. I like what Jury looks like. I appreciate them learning their lesson a little bit with all the potential lawsuits they were getting with Armika and Laura and showing a little bit much. So they decided to put a Under Armour
Jury in a
on Jury.
bodysuit. Yeah, in a bodysuit.
which
Well,
is
if you pay attention, you see that little bit of a black little turtleneck thing she got underneath. I think they just colored that all in black. They said, "Ooh, that's a little bit too much." It was
yeah.
going to be all skin. You was going to see that inner boob, and it's like,
Yep.
let's color that in. They're a little bit mad about the booty for Mika and
I mean,
Laura being
we done
TNA.
still got alternate costumes. Yeah, look at Laura alternate. We got the thong hanging out. Look at
Right.
Karen got the Karen got her bathing suit.
Yeah,
Who else? Chun
yeah,
Li got her
DOA
bathing
style. And you
suit.
know Chung Lee was half naked too.
Yeah, Chun got her all the legs out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
them
So I'm like,
yams was out.
who else? What's it? Whatchamacallit?
Yeah, whatchamacallit. That's a good character
Mika.
too.
Um,
Mika,
who else?
man. Mika got all the titties out.
Dog.
Titties ain't even supported. Like they just out
That
there.
just
Like there's no bra situation. Like the titties is just out there. How do you wrestle in that?
all that grappling she doing and all those drop kicks.
Right, right. Even the ladies in the WWE, they got bra support.
Yeah.
The shit. Yeah, I mean when they was doing HLA and they was having um strip matches and all that, man, they still had titty
Yeah, they
support. She
still
ain't got
have
no titty support.
support, athletic bras on. Like, come on, titty
Yeah,
support. And they didn't even have big boobies like that. These
right.
characters out here, they out here with triple D's, and it's like, wait, what? But
Okay. We
they
got a
toned it down a
question. We
little bit
actually
with
got a
Jury.
question. We
Oh,
got
that's
a
fine.
question.
We do.
Question is, I guess this is our pre-Evo show. I don't know if we're gonna have a show before Evo, but it's never too early to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Says you from Ace Guy 84, my man Ace Guy. It says, y'all already talked Evo. Have you already talked Evo predictions? And
Nope.
do we think that Lupe is gonna play somebody there? Lupe is a Ken player. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's been Team Ken since jump. He's always played Ken apparently, and so that's probably who he's gonna stick with. He's going to uppercut a lot. He follows the flow chart. There will be
Yeah,
uppercuts,
Actually,
definitely
me.
chart can.
lots
I'll
of
be free.
shoryukens.
Yeah, match me against Lupe in my first Evo round. I'll bop him.
I would body the shit out of Lupe.
Nah,
Like
I would-
I don't think you understand.
He would
I
be
want to play
perfect.
Lupe so bad.
He would be every perfect. I got in my arsenal.
Right.
We can make this
Did
a
anybody catch that celebrity rapper tournament that they had before CEO?
Nah, I missed it. Yeah, I missed
I
it.
was all hyped for it and I legit forgot.
Yeah, I
I
did.
forgot too. Yeah, I forgot because you're not used to rappers playing video
Right,
games.
playing
Like they
video
don't
games.
really bring that up.
But to
So
answer the question though, answer the Evo question. Evo predictions: infiltration for 5.
yeah,
I'm going to Sonic Fox for MKX. I'm
yep,
gonna go out on a limb and say Chris G finally beats Justin Wong. No, he's gonna beat Kane Blue River and Marvel. I'm
yeah.
going there. I'm gonna roll with the black guy that just won CEO Anti. He's gonna win Smash. Melee, I'm not sure. What else I'm missing? Guilty Gear. I'm gonna go with Doggerer because he's the only name that I know. No, I take it back. I'm going Kazunoko. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
Kazunoko to
Kazunoko
win
is
this.
good.
Kazunoko does play Guilty Gear.
Yeah, so he's
I
godlike.
think
And he's godlike in
yeah,
it too.
he's godlike at it. Yeah.
Tekken.
I like. Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, that's tough because it's still an unknown game.
Right.
Yep.
It's still unknown. We don't know who's playing, but KI, if Rico Suave come out, just hand him the trophy.
Yeah, basically
Right.
just give him the trophy.
Yeah.
Outside of that, what other games we're missing?
Token.
Pokken? Yeah,
Yeah.
Pokken. I'm
Justin's
gonna
going with
go
Pokemon. I think Justin's
Justin
going with
Wong.
Pokemon.
I'll go
Justin
Justin
Yeah,
Wong
I think
Wong.
played,
Justin's
but I
going
mean,
with
I don't
Pokemon.
know who else actually plays it, to be honest. I think it's a great game. It looks fantastic. It's always very hype. I was watching some of the CEO Pokemon matches, and I mean, the game is somewhat godlike. I mean, it's Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
playing, but the game is
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
that's
dope.
good.
I wish I had a Wii U right now because I would love that game.
Yeah.
It really is
Yeah,
a
but
good game.
yeah, it's Infiltration's Evo to lose. Infiltration's all everything Street Fighter tournament to lose until people figure out
I don't
how to
know.
get as good as he is at the game. No, he
Steph
figured
Curry
out how to
and
play
them
the
lost the
game.
championship, you know. Steph Curry and them lost, so
This different. The only Capcom tournament, the only Capcom tournament, Infiltration lost is because he didn't feel like playing after the tournament. Like he just was like, I don't care anymore. Like it's like I don't care anymore. You win. Like he stopped playing. He was in winners. He hadn't lost the whole tournament. And he got there and he was like, well, I'm sick of taking all the guaranteed spots. Let me give somebody a guaranteed spot. Tokido been second in every tournament.
they called that man two Keto.
To Keto
Because he's number 2.
because he keep losing the infiltration. Then all of a sudden in one tournament, now granted, Taquito played fantastic. He played really, really well. Y'all discussed it, but this infiltration tournament to lose until I can see somebody put infiltration in losers.
Yeah.
I'm picking infiltration. Like
Yeah.
I know Momochi beat him in some tournament in Korea, but
That ain't Ralph though.
that ain't Ralph though.
Team tournament.
It ain't Evo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't Evo,
Right.
man.
And he just showed his hand as far as his anti skill set. So you know infiltration went into the lab with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
After he realized that was a hole. So he already showed his hand on that. So now everybody's going to be trying to parry. So now infiltration has something new to study. So he's probably was excited for it. I mean, he was just as hyped as
Yeah.
the rest of us. It was done to him, and he
Right.
was like, "Nah, that was
Well,
good."
he
He had to
dapped
dap him up.
He got bopped. He was
Yeah.
like, good job. I was like, you know, good job. Money on the line. Cool after this.
Infiltration could play Ryu, and he'd probably still win Evo.
Yeah.
Like his Ryu is that ridiculous. Like he picked Nash because I think Nash is a better character, but he could play before he settled on Nash. He played a lot of Ryu, and
it was godlike.
He could probably win Ryu.
Yeah.
And you know Infiltration got pocket characters, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know he got pocket characters.
And then he has one more character he's keeping in the top.
Yeah, he probably got a pocket lore or some shit. And this is like ridiculous with some tech that you don't even know about, and then he's going evil with that.
Ooh, question. I got a good one. Do y'all think either one of the two new characters are going to be in top 16?
I think there'll be a Buki in top 16.
or Buki. Just off of the strength of them being new.
You know what? I would.
If Sako goes.
God damn
yes.
it! If
Sako goes. If Sako play. Yeah, Sako a family man now though. So, but if Sako Noko goes,
yeah,
if Buki's going to be in the top 16.
If Sako goes, I like his eyes breaking top 16 with the Buki. That would be
yeah.
But I'm gonna go out on a limb here because we always get that one or two Americans. I think Flash is going to be that American that makes it top 8 this year.
With Vega?
Yeah. I slowly think Flash is the best player in the world. I'm sorry, in the U.S., but Justin Wong has just been able to play more.
I can give it that.
Because Justin Wong has been able to play better competition since the start of the game. And Flash has sort of been stuck in his humble abode. So his best
stuck in Miami.
I think with the proper travel and the proper playing, Flash could be the best player in the US right now. But as far as just natural talent and skill goes, Snake Eyes was a slow learner for 4, so he'll be up there eventually. Knuckle Dude absolutely. He'll be there. He just needs the right character. He don't want to play Ryu.
I just want Snake Eyes to play Ryu, and I don't understand why
he's so stubborn.
Like, just play the character that's gonna win you some money, man. Like, shit. I get that you've been playing Zangief for literally 20 years. That's fine. That's wonderful. But Zangief is the worst character in the game.
Get that check.
And you probably need to get some money. Like, no.
Yeah, you work
out money, dude.
I don't want to see you lose it because you refuse to play Ryu. So
like he literally just forfeit CEO because he just wanted to play.
Not even that. He could have played Birdie. His Birdie's better than.
He could have played Birdie.
His Birdie was godlike at the start of the game. Godlike.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude.
I can't explain it. I mean, I know you're a character loyalist, but that character in this particular game, and he said it himself that it's not that great. So, I mean, he understands he's not good. He understands he's probably the worst played character in the game. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it.
But this is what I'm saying. This is me as a Ryu player, as a character loyalist. He needs to play another character. Like, if Ryu was the worst character in the game, I would not play Ryu, yo. Like, I would, I would play Ken. Like, in Third Strike, who do I main? I main Ken, because Ken is a better character than Ryu. That is the character I use to get good at the game. Now, I play Ryu now, because, that's just, it's just my guy. But if I'm trying to win money, no. Like, I'm not gonna play Ryu just because in a Third Strike tournament because I like Ryu that much. No, I'm playing Ken because he's the better character. Nah, no, absolutely not. Man. Just go ahead and play Ryu, dog. Black person to black person.
Speak about character loyalists. So PR Balrog, he got his character.
Yeah,
he got his character.
He's already amazing with him too.
Now this is the biggest question though. So PR Balrog has said, I don't know if he's trolling, and that's why I wanted to bring this up. PR Balrog said Balrog's not that great.
I agree.
I agree with him, but do you think
I agree with that?
Trolling? I agree that he's not that great.
No,
you think he's going to all of a sudden be using Balrog, or is he going to stick with who we got?
No, he's going to Balrog. His
No, he's
ballroom
going to
right now is
ballroom.
already better than every other character he got in his pocket.
Yep.
Who has
That's
he
no
been
joke.
using?
Nikali, he tried.
Nikali.
Yeah,
He tried. He
Them
tried.
characters, they don't fit, man.
Yeah,
Those
just
characters don't fit these players, man. Same thing with Smug. Like Smug, Karen is good.
but it ain't
she
done.
is
He
the
not gonna he
closest
not
thing
gonna
to
yeah he not gonna be right
Dudley.
until he get deadly. He not gonna be right until he get deadly. So
Actually, I'm interested because Justin Wong, as the CEO, he sat down with Smug and shared some knowledge with him, and
mm,
apparently Smug was cleaning up at a next level. So
mm.
the tech that Justin Wong showed him would push him up
Yeah,
there.
to that next level.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Oh
like, but
yeah, shout out to Smug for the best GIF of CEO.
yeah, yeah. That GIF is kind of like him and
Yo,
Vaughn.
oh man,
Yeah.
man,
He
Hey,
went to dab him up to say good game, and he was like,
yeah.
man.
Hey,
Vaughn
salute,
is such a troll, dog.
hey, salute Smug for playing along because he could have been dirty and just not let the joke fly. But
yeah. Or he could have just punched him in the face.
yeah,
Yeah,
If he got eliminated.
thuggery. No, we don't need any more thuggery. No thuggery.
yeah, no,
No more thuggery.
yeah, no.
But
Streets.
all right, I was just wondering about because I'm like, okay, PR Balrog, who been waiting for this character to say that he's not all that good. I wonder if he trolling and then all of a sudden he make top 32, top 16 with him off rip. That's why I asked that question.
Well,
So
Balrog wasn't that good in Street Fighter 4.
that's true.
PR, which is good.
Yeah.
He was just that, yeah. Eduardo was just that good. Like, Balrog not that good. Balrog and Eduardo even played Eva Ryu because he understood Balrog wasn't that good. Eva Ryu at the time was a top tier character. Snake Eyes, who played Eva Ryu when he realized that Zangief wasn't going to get it every time, play a better
Yeah.
character, man. Like just do it. There's money on the line. Play a better character.
Duckets.
There's only there's only a handful of characters I think in like this game alone. I think is the one game you can actually run through unless you play Geef. You can beat whoever in front of you. You just gotta play better than the other.
Right,
There's no
right.
need. Right now, there's really no need for counter picks. Now you could probably do it
Nope.
to make your matchup easier. You know, like I'm
But
not gonna. I'm trying to think of a matchup that's blown up. Why pick? Shit. Why would I play Laura against Geef when I could play Nash? You know, something like that.
right.
Or play something that makes it easier. But even then, the top to bottom ain't that bad because it's people gonna get bot regardless.
Yeah, it's not
Yep.
that many
It's
lopsided
balance, man. Yeah, it's
matchups like
balance.
that. I mean,
I
one
don't
character
think
might
you
win.
lopsided. You just got to take advantage. Don't
Yeah.
I think the one thing that makes the matchup uh, disadvantages in this game is your character that you're using doesn't play to your strength. That is
Yep.
one thing that
Right.
can make the matchup bad. Not that the character loses badly. It's just me, like someone like me. With Ken, you have to use meter to be good at Ken in most matchups. Especially when you're playing Bison, you're playing Chun-Li. When you're trying to get in and stay close, you got to use ES Tatsu to get in, dive. I hate using meter because I want to kill you with critical art. So that doesn't play to
Right.
my strength. I'm like I can play Nash and don't got to use meter at all. I really don't. I save it
Right.
for critical art, end of the match, teleport, bop bop bop, you're done. So I'm like, it's you just got to find that character that works for you. Just like Cammy, you need meter for Cammy because you got to use ES dive to get in a
Yeah.
lot of times, and I don't like using that because I want my critical art. I
Yeah.
want my kill. Like I can get damage on my own. I'm confident in my footsies. I'm confident in my combos. But some characters you need that in certain matchups to do, and that just becomes too much. I think if people want
Right.
to stray away and to go back, do what you got to do to win. If that's the character you want to use, even if they don't do what what I'm saying, don't 100% fit you, then you adjust to the character so you get your money. Too
Yep.
much money out
Right.
here to be,
Money on the line.
bro. Money on the line, you go get that check, dog. Go.
Most definitely. But
I'm
nah, I
working
like
every
what
day.
they're
I
doing.
need my check.
They did a good job with all the character balancing, especially with dropping the new characters. So I
Mm-hmm.
want to applaud Capcom for their character balancing. Also, shout them out for their character designs. They did clean up their ugly, ugly, ugly character designs a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ken got a facelift this past week, so shout out to Ken.
Right.
He not as ugly as he was. A lot of the females are looking a lot better. Jury looks beautiful. So just
Man,
art wise, the game looks great. It's going in a decent
Mm-hmm.
direction. We're not going to do any real spoilers on the story because I know it just came out, so I want folks to kind of be able to play it and be somewhat surprised. For their
Right.
first story mode, I'll give them an A, at least a B plus, just off the rip. That this is the first time they've done it. So I'm not going
Right.
to really compare them to other games' story modes because they've been doing it for years. So obviously, some of the other game story modes are a little bit better, more polished. But for their first time doing one, an animated story mode, they did a really good job. It does
Yeah.
have its dry points in it, and it does have some points where you feel like maybe can I play a little bit? It almost falls into a movie moment. But as far as for a fan of Street Fighter lore and for somebody who likes the just know what's going on and filling in that gap between Street Fighter uh, 4 and Street Fighter and Third Strike, between that gap and figuring out what happened to characters between there, they did a decent job filling in that gap and
Mm-hmm.
kind of setting up Third Strike.
yeah.
And it does
Mm-hmm.
have me interested in the story. It makes me want to. I can't wait for whenever they decide 5, 10 years from now to go into Street Fighter 6 or whatever when they show the story after Third Strike to know what's really happening in the story. So they did a good job. I'll give them a high five for that one.
I think I think the way they did the story sets it up to where they can do it now. Another year or two, they
Yep.
want to do an extended story mode. All the character models and stuff like that, it can translate into what happened after Third Strike. We already got
Mm-hmm.
Alex. We already got all it takes is going to be a DLC costume. You change the
That's true.
costume and add the story mode, and then you
Right.
can go right into this is what happened because you're gonna have Urian, you're gonna have Ryu, you got Ken, you got Alex, you got Chun Li, you got who else we're missing from Third Strike that's already in there. There's one more character, right?
Uh,
Ibuki. You
Makoto.
got Ibuki.
yeah, we're
You
just
got
missing Makoto.
yeah,
Um,
Makoto.
the
Like
depressed guy,
Definitely.
the depressed dude that looked like
Definitely.
Guile, and
Remy.
really,
Remy.
yeah,
Grimmy.
Yeah.
yeah. Shout
I don't
out
think
to
Remy gets in the game though. I don't think Remy gets in the game though. That'd be three
Nah, we
characters
already
with
got
Sonic Booms. That's
yeah, we got
ridiculous.
enough Sonic Booms right now,
Yeah.
but they
actually,
can put him in a story though.
speaking that you mentioned oh God, Kevin Durant signing with Golden State. But yeah,
Yeah,
um,
figured that was
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well, okay.
little basketball breaking news right there live
yeah.
from We Got Leads.
But yeah,
Yeah. We do that. Multitasking out here.
yeah. I'm looking for y'all questions. Y'all ain't answering no questions, but it's cool though. Yeah, I just want to listen to us talk. I appreciate that. I know my voice is very soothing.
Oh, shut up. Again, thank you, Corey's
Right.
fans, for watching the show. I appreciate you guys.
Uh,
Um, I think we covered most things, man. I think Street Fighter's looking good. Um, it's the newest game, so that's why we talk a lot about Street Fighter. It's only what not even 6 months old yet. So that's why we talk a lot about Street Fighter. It's the newest game. It's the hottest topic to talk about. It's still growing and evolving as we're playing it now. Mortal Kombat and some of the other games, they're kind of establishing what they're doing right now. We're looking at new games like Injustice coming up, and then we get a new Blaze Blue in a couple months. What is that? Next month, right? August, I believe. We're getting a new Blaze Blue. So I'm excited. Lots of buttons. Got to hit all the buttons. So
Right.
other than that, yeah, man, next week we'll be in Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, and we'll be pressing buttons on slot machines and also playing video games. So,
Indeed. Indeed.
lots of
Indeed.
alcohol. Lots of alcohol.
lots of alcohol. So I apologize for our show next week because, yeah, we'll be focused. We're going to be in the lab. We're going to be practicing for Evo, of course, at our Vegas Fight Club center. We'll be getting things ready. Hopefully, we don't get bopped in pools or drown in pools too much. Maybe one or two of us will get out of pools and see what happens. That's the
Man.
goal. Lowered expectations. But we'll see what happens.
Word.
But we're just going to be there for the hype and see what's going on, and we'll try to bring you all as much coverage as we can from Evo.
Hey, yeah, yeah. If you see us out there, if anybody else is going, holler at the player. Don't scream at me. We're gonna be out there. We can drink, turn up. We can share some tech. We can go on the peruse for what's the proper word I can say? Women that. Hey,
Terrible.
we gonna be out there lit, yo. I can't wait. Finally get to kick
Nah,
off.
Evo's going to be great. We'll be out there next Thursday on the scene. We'll probably have a somewhat of we'll have a show one of those days. We'll give you guys some more heads up on Twitter ahead of time to let us know. We'll probably do some periscoping of the event live throughout from the phone and from cameras inside the convention center in Vegas, have on in pools on Friday and on Saturday, and then obviously we'll be at the Mandalay Bay Arena for Grand Finals Day on Sunday. Um, we'll be involved in everything Evo, bring you all the news, get pictures of everything for you guys, and have it up for you guys on WeGotLeagues.com. So, thanks you guys also for watching. Again, this is Corey's show, in the Fight Club. So we appreciate you guys. You know, uh, any closing words from you fellas?
Can I get y'all Evo predictions?
Evo predictions?
Yeah.
It's gonna
My
stink.
biggest Evo prediction, as I told you guys in the club, I think they're going to drop Urian and Jury both shortly after Evo. I think they're going to be probably ready within a month after Evo. They're going to have them ready so that we can be playing, and they'll be downloadable so that they're both available for the end of Capcom Pro Tour. That's my biggest Capcom prediction. I think that's going to be their biggest bomb. Either that, if not that, then they're going to surprise us with a new character. Rumors are saying that Sagat might be dropping some.
Fuck's a guy.
It's a rumor. I
Nah,
don't think it's a God thing, but I think Jury and Rehurian are probably more ready than we think they are. And I think they drop them immediately so that they're ready to have the full cast available for Capcom Pro Tour, the
And
rest
what's
of it.
crazy though is because if you watch, they have for people that play Alpha, they got Julie. They have a model for her, which her moves same as was in Alpha 3. When you play through the story, they have a model for Abel. I'm pretty sure they already got him created up. They got DiCaprio in there, who looks pretty okay. I don't like
And
that
she looks
mask,
pretty done.
but I like DiCaprio. She looks
Because
pretty.
DiCaprio actually has a full move set, it looks
Yeah.
like. I don't think Abel has his move set yet,
No,
but
you
I
don't. You
think
don't fight against them or play them yet, but I'm pretty sure they got a model ready.
yeah, but you play against DiCaprio and her move set is kind of dope.
Yeah, she's teleporting everywhere and stuff. I mean, it's easy to see, but it's still a good design. It's dope. I was just shocked. I was like, man, they got some stuff up their sleeve, man. I appreciate that. Capcom has been thinking, even though they made their hiccups, they've been 10 steps ahead of what they wanted to do the whole time. They know what their end goal was. They know they know that their fan base is strong enough to where if any hiccups along the way at the beginning, they will have enough time to recover and make it up to them. And that's what they've been doing. Not saying I is right, but it's sort of like your favorite musician putting out trash music. They're capable of much better, but we give them a pass because we like, all right, next thing they drop gonna be some flames, and then they drop, they drop some good music, and all is forgiven. We all like that trash single, trash tape, trash album didn't happen. So that's how Capcom has treated us lately. Which, hey, that's fine. Keep dropping the fire from now on. I'm cool with that.
Capcom, aka be happy with what you got until we give you more.
Mhm. Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, indeed. So, all right, cool, yeah, man. I don't know. Till, do you have any big Evo predictions or anything that you think it was going to happen?
It's going to smell. Um, it's going to smell badly.
Yeah.
Um, Daigo is going to do some really, really sick Ryu V skill stuff that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Um, there will be an American in top eight. Um, Sonic
Oh,
Fox is going to win Evo from losers.
I see that.
Um, and I think there's going to be like a hype moment from a game nobody really, really watches that's going to make ESPN.
Yep.
Smash. I'm
Yeah.
calling it Smash. It's gonna be
Like
one of
similar
those.
to that dude. Yeah, like similar to that dude who got up, who thought he won, and he got up when he was playing Blaze Blue,
Yep.
and then he came back and got bodied. So that's what's gonna happen.
I think
Something
Smash.
like that's gonna happen.
I like my sleeper pick for American, Chris G. I think he's top 5 American player right now. He just doesn't go out and play.
I think we're gonna get a hype moment from Tekken.
Uh,
I agree.
I don't think Tekken is a
Because they
hype.
had that slowdown thing. They had that slowdown animation in the Tekken.
Yeah.
Like when it's the last hit.
Yeah, I see somebody picking Akuma and doing a slowdown Raging Demon, which would be the
And that's
sickest
and
thing.
that's what I mean. I think Akuma is bringing a lot of spark to Tekken. I don't think Akuma's going to be in the top 8. I don't think.
Oh, I
Maybe
do.
he will.
I do.
It
Yeah.
depends.
Yeah, I think
Because a lot of those Tekken players are getting caught with Wake Up DP and they salty about it.
That's fine. They got to deal with it. That's fine.
They don't know how to handle Wake Up DP right now.
Tekken players. What's so crazy? I think Tekken players are the best blockers in the world.
Yep.
Besides Marvel, Marvel and Tekken got the hardest blocks you got to deal with. So they should be able to do that.
So we'll
How
see
you
what
block?
happens with that.
How you block? Wake up, forward dash into like a eagle dive, but you don't block the wake up DP. Like,
Yeah.
okay, all right, but hey, we'll see when the game comes, man. Oh, I'm also excited for that. I'm playing Tekken, so I'm gonna get bopped, but I just want to get my hands on the game, and I was like, it'd be a cool experience to say I played Tekken 7 at Evo.
Right.
I don't care if somebody disqualifies. I count that as a W in my win column. So y'all hear me next week talk about something. I've got a victory at Evo. Don't worry about how it happened. I just know that I got to win. But all right. Well, we've taken up most of your Independence Day. I want y'all to go out there and get on the grill, do whatever you got to go do. Go get you some liquor or whatever the case you do. Have some family time, such and such. So definitely happy America Day. Want you guys to enjoy it. We'll be with you guys next week. Follow us on Twitter. We got at Corey Bliss at Twitter. Also at the Till Show, and me at Ninja Duce, and as always at We Got Leaks, and also on WeGotLeaks.com, so you can follow us and see what's going on in the Fight Club. We have a lot of lobbies coming up. That's also a lot of times it ends up being on my Twitch stream on Ninja Duce, NinjaDuce. That's my Twitch channel. Y'all can always keep an eye on that. Follow me for all the Fight Club lobbies and lounges that we have on there. We was on there for what 3 hours yesterday playing Street Fighter,
Right.
and we got Ibuki and Balrog. We'll probably be on there some today as well. So and one of these nights this week as well. So we'll be on there quite often going forward, and you'll see a lot of us on there going next week as well, since we'll be getting ready for Evo. So thanks again for joining us in the Fight Club, aka the Digital Dojo. Punching people in the face, kicking people in the shin. Low confirms for Critical Art is always fantastic. So we will see you guys next week live from Evo. Appreciate you. We out.
Yeah.